Hello, my name is Kyle Nichols, and this is my presentation for my two final projects for Intro to Computer Science 2. They are an expansion on the voting menu project, made to allow for custom elections with more than two, with other amounts of candidates than two, and also allowing their names to be customized. The results are then stored in a CSV file. The other one is a video game I made entitled Minotaur Maze, where you explore a top-down view of a little labyrinth and try to collect 3 keys and escape before the Minotaur catches you. Okay, I'll go ahead and share my screen. We'll start with the voter menu here. If it'll let me zoom, you're in the way. Please. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. So this is the election setup menu. Move this somewhere even more out of the way. So this one, you can try to put in invalid numbers of candidates, but if you put in a letter, it doesn't work. If you try to put in more than the number of candidates, it doesn't allow it. And if you try to put in less than the number of candidates, it doesn't allow it. But if we put in 3, we can then move on to the next thing. If I go ahead and enter in various names, here you can see I don't have 3 candidates in there, so it won't allow me to go forward. And go. I now have 4 names, not enough. Will not let me go forward. Tells you to separate them with commas to make sure you know how to work with it. But once we have 3 names, it does allow us to go on forward. Now I can try to put in votes here, but it says that I need to enter my voter ID, which I'll put in this. There we go. And then it'll allow for selection, ask for a confirmation, which I can hit confirm. And then if I try to put in the same ID and vote, it looks like you already voted. So we'll put in a different one. And we can confirm there. In the background, what this does, this is from a different test, but here we can see that it voted for the people that I voted for. Hold on. Okay, and if I look here, yep, there it is. Sorry, I confused myself there. Thought it wasn't working for a second, but no, it's working as expected. Anyway, moving on to Minotaur Maze. If I go ahead and run this, you can see I have a little ASCII art title card, and we can hit how to play. It gives you a little bit of instructions here. And if we hit start game, you can see that currently I don't have a saved game, so we'll start a new one. That's supposed to be. So we can look around here. Move around, you can see the Minotaur moving around. When he sees you, he moves faster. But whenever I'm done, I can hit quit game, and then we can load back in whenever. Now, if I let him catch me, you can see it grays out all of the options. Behind the scenes, this is doing, just so I don't have to wait for luck to work with me, You can see there are these booleans here that are tracking how many keys there are. And if we look for true, there are 4 instances of the word. This side is for keys. This side is for whether that specific room is the exit. So we have one exit here, and then 1, 2, 3 different keys. And yeah, that's the projects themselves. During this development, I really expanded my knowledge of Qt Designer, which was very interesting. Additionally, I had a lot of challenges come up during Minotaur Maze where I was struggling to work with global variables. They weren't working correctly, but I was able to work through them eventually. Yeah. The whole thing definitely made me appreciate uh, being more methodical about things and taking my time instead of just working on a bunch of code all at once, because when I did that, it was very difficult to determine where exactly issues were arising. Yeah, that's my presentation.